Jonathan the Greek says this game feels so realistic in terms of medieval warfare, gives me the chills. It's actually got a very nice combat mechanic. When it's very difficult getting your head around it at first, and feels super. Well, frankly, feels really bad at first. But once you actually learn how it works, really love it. Really love the combat system here. A lot of it is about controlling who you're focused on and making sure you've got the right guy in front of you. But thing with this game is there's never a point where you're like, oh, I'm immortal now. I mean, even at high level, when you've got fantastic gear, you'll find yourself in situations where you'll fuck up. You know, get into a fight with a guy and 4 of his mates will run out of the woods with him, and then suddenly they're all wailing on you and you're in fucking trouble.
I just want to eat, sleep, and fuck.
A prick with a bow. But luckily, I appear to have hit him straight in the testicles. He doesn't like that. And let's face it, who would? I'm really just looking with this looting. I can't carry it all home, so I'm really just looking for the money in any particularly special objects like Milanese gauntlets. Yeah, that's perfect. Silver spurs, 1 weight, 1k. See, those legs look nice, but I think I better dispatch this guy. I could probably be a little less cautious now, but I just can't remember. That really did hit him straight in the fucking crotch. I don't know how many guys are left. There's an encampment over there. There's an encampment at the top of the hill. And I don't know how many guys are going to stream out when I finally alert them. All I'll say is I'm not deliberately trying to shoot people in the groin. But it is a fucking bonus that I'm doing it. Anything truly interesting here? That Polish Curious is pretty nice. Oh man, there's a lot of loot. A tip here, be careful how much you loot in this kind of scenario. Be careful in this kind of scenario because it's very easy to get so obsessed with looting that you end up arse pulling, and the moment that you arse pull is when you're completely overburdened. Now there is the $1 million question Jonathan the Greeks just asked. I'm going to be careful how I answer this because of spoilers. But
Raise the alarm, watch out!
bloody hell, that guy's fucking eagle-eyed.
Hey! All of you, gather here! Raise the alarm! Alarm!
Ah, he's probably seen the dead bodies. Oh yeah, he's seen the dead body over there. Now that guy, melee guy.
All of you, gather here! Raise the alarm!
That melee guy with him is pretty
To arms! Get over here!
well fucking armoured.
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
Sorry, I'll answer your question, Jonathan, when I've unfucked myself from this situation. Right, that looked like a pretty tidy lung shot. There is some ridiculous amount of hit locations in this game. Like, it really does matter.
Alarm!
It really does matter where you hit people.
of you, gather here! Raise the alarm!
In fact, there's a famous video of a player getting one-shotted through the arrow eye slit.
I've got you, you know.
Yeah, he's shut up now. Right, I want to get my fucking shield out fast because that guy is wielding a two-hander. So that's going to fucking hurt if he hits me.
You'll get what for.
Enough.
Right. We have to be really careful here because he might immediately start to surrender, shit his pants, and then accidentally take a shot in the head whilst he's trying to surrender. Yeah, the plot, without any spoilers. The important thing you need to know is that you start the game as a peon. You are literally a nobody. You're the son of a blacksmith. And the story pans out from there. Now, I don't want to give you any specifics about the plot beyond that because the plot is all about...
Where is everyone?
Fuck me, that bastard just wants to run around and shout
Get over here!
with his two friends. So, therefore, I better be a little bit careful.
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
But yeah, the
Watch out!
savage, thanks Dr. Shanks.
To
That
arms!
wasn't...
Get over here!
Right, this is serious business now. Okay, that's going to help. These guys are going to have lower morale now because... Oh, fuck me. There's a Cumin to my right. Don't know if you can see, but I'm about to aggro a Cumin by accident.
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
See, the morale of these guys is going to be affected by a couple of things. One, I'm wearing plate armour,
To arms! Get over here!
and they're surrounded by dead people. And now they're actually taking damage. I'm kind of... I tend to always go for centre of mass, and for some reason I tend to aim low so that as the gun rises, it will get them in a headshot. But this does result in a lot of groin shots. But you know, if it works, if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid, as they say. It's fun. It's a fun game. Seriously, man. I you know how cynical I am. This is one of the few games I will blindly recommend to people. Great studio, great philosophy behind the game. They just wanted to make a really realistic RPG. Fuck me, we're actually in danger here, pulling a few guys. So we're going to back out a bit. Try and manage this encounter. But these guys are going to probably have a bit of a bottle problem. See, they've got a bit of a bottle problem now because they've seen some of their mates suffer. Fuck me, that was exactly like they do it in the movies. I can say as you play this game, it does feel quite fucking visceral. I won't fucking lie. It does. You can tell the difference between when you get. You can tell the difference between when you get hit and it pens and when it doesn't. Sometimes, you know. By the way, I've got quite high stealth rating, so now it's got dark. I mean, a lot of these guys are going to struggle to see me. I know it doesn't look like it, but actually I have. In fact, I've done a little guide about stealth. I'm going to take stock now as it's quiet. Make sure we don't over encumbered. Don't want to be carrying too much crap if we need to run. Got health 82. We're going to have a little bit of a nosh. You know, we're going to... I'm going to chance it because I don't want to get drunk on that medicine. I made a stealth guide for Kingdom Come Deliverance, but if you haven't seen it, basically your visibility is how visible you are. Your conspicuousness is how much you stick out and draw attention, particularly in towns. It may not directly affect, directly affect stealth combat, but who knows. Noise is literally how much noise you make. So I've got reasonably low visibility and I'm very quiet. I'm wearing dark clothes. It's getting dark. My my stealth should be reasonably high now. Yeah, I mean there are some funny moments where you shoot people and they drop dead because they do literally just collapse, but you get some very satisfying shots, particularly with the perk head cracker, I think that's what you call it, where you clock someone right on the top of the head and they literally drop like a KO'd MMA fighter. I can't remember if last time I saved, so fuck it, I'm just gonna save. I don't believe in save scumming, so I don't. I'd rather save too regularly and not save scum. But fuck it. We're going to get in there now and finish off the last of the people. Get some poison on a weapon. That Gambeson's the best one in game, so... Nice boots. Nice boots. Thanks for dying. Sorry, I will stop with the fucking OCD looting. I promise. Jesus, I'm covered in shit now from all of that combat, climbing through the woods and the stream bed. I am now absolutely covered in shit. Right, go and kill the last of the plebs.
They can see a long way from that steeple, and those.
What the fuck have I done?
Do you have anything to say?
I didn't do nothing wrong. Let me go.
Nem csináltam semmit. Engedjetek el.
Ez hazugság! Az egész az ő hibája.
Yeah, I heard about that
you
too,
had some
Jonathan.
trouble with our
Dipping arrowheads
human
in
brothers.
shit and crap like that.
Kiprovokálta a harcot, amikor a cimboráival leszúrtak két
You only
embert.
need to wound a soldier then,
He
and
started
there's a
fighting.
very good
His friends
chance.
killed 2 men.
Just even
They
dogs
ain't
that
gonna
don't
make
listen to
it.
what they're
For the last time, Sigismund's mercenaries are guests in our camp, and we treat guests as our own.
Mi itt vendégek vagyunk, ezért tisztelettel kell, hogy bánjanak velünk.
Igen, ennek így kell lennie.
How do you want to punish him?
Milyen büntetést tartogatsz számára?
Engedd szabadon. A többiek emlékezni fognak rá.
Let him go. Others will remember it.
You let these dogs tell you what to do, and you call yourself a leader?
So he completely missed his groin. I'm not sure. I think it's a type of Hungarian.
No more unnecessary fighting.
I'll have to look it up.
We are one camp, one army.
But the
So
Cuman,
fucking remember that!
the Cuman are an East European tribe that were pushed west by the invading Chinggis Khan Mongol hordes, as it were. That was Runt.
What a
What's going on
stinking
there?
shithole. I wouldn't want to live here.
Fuck me. I'm in great danger of alerting the whole camp. Fuck me, I really need to get my fucking visibility lower than 32. Why am I so fucking visible? Sure, I got it lower than that, but anyway.
So tired.
Well, you kind of learned it. I'm not exactly sure what the language is. I think it's a type of Hungarian, because I think there's a part in the game where Henry speaks to them. But yeah, I do remember reading that the Cuman were sort of a mercenary tribe that ended up in this part of the world and for hire because they were escaping the invading Mongol hordes.
Had enough of this shit. Fuck. I'm almost sober again.
Now I want to try and figure out who that fucking goon is speaking to. Because if he's talking to himself, don't get stuck on logs. If that guy's on his Todd, I'm just gonna go and stab him. I think all of his mates are dead, so that was did finally get himself comfortable. And he's going to make sure I'm alone before I start doing anything fancy with sabotage. Mr. Mikey, how you doing? I know I've said this about 1,000 times, but I'm really sorry. I keep updating my Twitch main page and it just keeps defaulting back to scum. I promise I'll try and eat somebody on my next stream.
The fewer arrows you have, the better for us.
I'll try and make up for it with some stabbing. Good to see you, by the way, Mr. Mikes.
What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
Fuck me,
Come
where
on! Get over here!
where the fuck is this tool?
He must be here somewhere. Alarm! Oh.
Where the fuck did that guy come from? Actually, that's a good question. No, this is completely non-sword and sorcery and completely historically accurate. They literally had a team of historians working on this game as advisors. So it is really, really historically accurate. But strangely, the game has won. I think it won. God, what was it? Fantasy Game of the Year or something. But it's won a Fantasy Game Award this year, which obviously everyone thinks is brilliant and slightly hilarious, since technically it's not a fantasy game, as it has no magic in it. I think maybe the people who did the awards would just love this game so much they were like, fuck it, let's just give them the award anyway. A lot of skiddies in here, Jesus. Oh, pretzel. I'm actually really just looting a lot of this stuff, because I'm sure there's some poison around here somewhere and I can use that to poison the food.
I'd like to see you try shooting these now.
Yeah, good luck with the lockpicking mini game on console, because I find it pretty hard and I'm on keyboard and mouse. Jesus, I might actually have to dip into my own personal supply of poison. I think I've got some of the cheap stuff just for... yeah. I've said it before and I'm gonna fucking say it again. If you're going to get into the game of playing with poisons, always carry antidote. Because if you're messing around with poisons, it is inevitable that sooner or later you will drink it by mistake. Instead of applying it, you will accidentally... fucking hell, that's a lot of arrows. You will accidentally eat it, and everybody's fucking done it. So you just have to be careful that you're packing enough. Drop into pot.
It's my own recipe.
Dr. Shanks just said, what the fuck, did I see a human ear in your inventory? Yes, but for legal reasons. Unfortunately, in these dark times, Dr. Shanks. It wasn't always easy
Enjoy your meal.
to keep a track of who people had and hadn't apprehended. And one way of dealing with this, which is still used by certain mercenary forces in the world today, is to keep an ear as proof. In fact, I think specifically I'm pretty sure there's some protocol, like you always take the right ear. It's got to be the right ear or the left ear or something. But the logic behind this is obviously, otherwise, you know, people will produce the left and the right ear and claim it's from different people. Johnson says calling the cops. Yeah, it's under quest item, Bandit's ear and Cumin's ear. From basically jobs I've done. I haven't cashed them in yet. So yeah, they're just in my bag, mouldering away and becoming grisly and leathery and slightly weird smelling. Optional. Sabotage the bandits before the battle begins. Sabotage poison food. Set the arrows alive. Go back to Saradzik. I am going to save one more time because, you know, I'm not taking any chances. Fuck me, running out. Yeah, generally I don't normally use that much savior snaps. I just will always try and rely on sleeping in an owned bed. But sometimes you just gotta burn it. And this is one of the big missions, so I'm just gonna burn the savior snaps, fuck the expense. I can replenish my supplies next time I'm in town. Realistically, sometimes you're in it for the loot, sometimes you're in it for the quest. You can't always do both in, you know, this or any video game, and this quest is really not about making money. I couldn't resist looting some stuff, but really this is a mission where it's about taking out the bad guys. Bicycle of Death lurking, curious about this game. How you doing, fella? Hope you're well.
A stockade. A handful of men could hold it for quite a while.
Just gonna wait here, see if I can see movement. Pick up on a patrol. Jonathan the Greek says loot whore. Oh fuck, man! I'm like a fucking kleptomaniac hoarder when it comes to RPGs. Seriously, in Fallout, I can't walk past a dustbin without checking to see if there's something useful in there. I like the fact I can hear someone talking, because usually in this game it's fairly realistic, and if someone's talking there's someone there to listen. However, this place is covered in dead people. I'm covered in the guts and eyeballs and blood of those dead people. I think these guys' will to fight is not going to be significant. Try and get round behind that guy easily.
Kibaszott másnaposság. Már nem szabad innen.
How am I going to take this guy?
Look at that. Those heathens are a lot tidier than the bandits.
Okay, didn't want to let me climb up there.
Picsába. Már majdnem kiutalottam.
I don't want to be fucking around too close to this fire. Hell with your heathens. These, yeah, curious. Very curious. Curious bunch. The little I know about them is that they are very brutal, but actually quite clean and civilized because it's covered in the story. But then, you know, history is full of tribes who have all sorts of, you know, ritual sense of honor, civility in certain areas who'll basically still turn up at your village and fucking rape everybody. That was about the worst thing I could have done there. Apart from doing it twice.
Mit kereseli? Véletlenül kibújtál
Okay, I guess we're gonna
anyád
have a
szoknyája
fight
alól.
And now I'm going to fight the boss too.
Lófaszt!
Hát, ezt elkúrtad?
Vigyázz! Látom az ellenséget! Látom őt ott!
I don't want that fucker getting back up. This looks like an officer because of his helmet, which means he can actually use a sword for a worth of shit. Yeah, I can't see anything either, by the way, guys.
Nem vagy képes többre? A picsába!
I think this guy's gonna bottle it. I mean, he's full of... Or he's gonna take it to the fucking head. Fine. I'm flexible and positive thinking about an outcome. And him walking onto my mace and then me clubbing him mercilessly to death is a... That's about as good a solution as any. Look, it's my boy Patrick. How you doing, mate? Patrick, it just won't update, mate. It's not just you. Sorry, I will have to look into this. Yeah, my main concern, I don't want to disappoint people if they go out of their way to come and tune into Scum and then get this game, even though I think this is a great game. At the moment, it's just bows. And generally, thank you very much, Patrick. I appreciate that, dude. And thank you very much for swinging by, fella. Yeah, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to I'm kind of conscious. I don't want to mislead people if they come here. But yeah, this, as far as I'm aware now, there's been loose rumours about other things, but at the moment there are definitely just bows. And the main difference is the Cumin ones, they both have, all bows have strength and agility stats, but for some reason, apparently, and I'm not a scientist, but apparently the Cumin bows tend to be treated like strength weapons, whereas the traditional Western bows are treated like agility weapons regarding the primary stat which they benefit from. It's a good bow. I'm not leaving that behind. Thank you very much for the host, mate. But yeah, for the time being, its bows are the ranged weapon. I can't think of anything else. Fuck me, I'm actually going to wash myself because I'm so covered in shit.
The fewer arrows you have, the better for us.
Now you can get mods. Just to warn you, there you can get mods that put your cursor back on. But as you can see, when you go to fire, you lose your cursor, and you kind of just have to guess where where the arrow's going. It's kind of above and to the left of your knuckle, and that's why I miss all the time. It's because I have no cursor. I've got to kind of guess, and obviously that sweet spot changes over range. Just place a bit of blue tack in the centre. I've seen that happen. And no, I haven't seen your Christmas hat. But no, I have actually legit seen people suggesting that you get like a blackboard marker and do the business in the middle of the screen. But the way I see it is, you know, if that's the way the game's designed, do it the way the game's designed. I generally always... Oh, poison. You know, I'm not saying don't install mods, because I love mods, and I want to eventually play a full playthrough of Fallout with mods. But I don't generally compensate for a game handicap, if that makes sense. You know, if a game does something a certain way to be a pain in the arse, I put up with it for the sake of realism. I generally will mod RPGs to be slightly harder, even though you might find that hard to believe. Oh, thank you, Patrick. Yeah, I will have a look after the stream, mate.
Well, you won't be shooting these arrows.